Assalamu alaikum students. D2 maths exercise number 1b question number 4. Today we are going to start. Have a look on exercise number 1b question number 4. This is 7th edition maths D2 maths exercise. Question number 4, what says, for each of the following equations state the two variables which are directly proportional to each other and explain your answer. Students, this equation is given y is equal to 4x square. In this question we have to state that which two variables are directly proportional to each other. Students, at the start of this unit I have explained the definition of variable, directly proportionals and inversely proportionals, as well cleared variables, I think. So again we will recall that. And directly proportional are basically those terms which are directly proportional. We can say here those are, if one value is increasing other will increase, if one is decreasing other will decrease. It means these both variables can be explained that these are directly proportional to each other. And inversely proportional, if one is increasing other is decreasing, if one is decreasing other is increasing, means reverse proportion, reverse relation is between them. So we have to explain this question. We have to tell that which two variables are directly proportional and we have to explain answer. Okay, first of all I'll make you clear what are variables. Students, variables are those terms whose values are always vary. Those are not constant at all in all questions, and these are denoted by always small letters, just like a, b, c or xyz, as shown here. X here, that is variable, and along with variable term is called coefficient. And on other side, if any number is there, just like 1 2 3, and it's along value, that is called constant. In other question might be there will be constant, so I'll make you clear over there more. Here just variable and coefficients are there, that is coefficient, that is variable. So we can say that how we will just check that these both variables are directly proportional to each other. Students, before to start this question, I'll make you clear about one example. It is example related to question number 4 part 1, when y is equal to 3x square, means y is equal to 3x square is given, and y is not directly proportional to x, means y and x both are variables here, but these are not directly proportional. Y is directly proportional to x square, not x, because y by x is equal to 3x. I'll make you clear by solving this. Might be it's not clear to you. That is y by x is equal to 3x square, and on both sides if we have divided, x on both sides if we have divided, so one power will be cut with 1, and what is left here, y by x is equal to 3x. It's not directly proportional to 3x, because one condition I'll tell you how variables can be directly proportional to each other. If we will divide two variables, and if division of two variables is equal to constant, then we can say that these are directly proportional, otherwise not. Here can you can see two variables are divided to each other, but its result is equal to not alone constant, also variable. इन दोनों का डिवीजन एक सिंगल कांस्टेंट के इक्वल आना चाहिए, बट इट्स नॉट सिंगल कांस्टेंट. ये अलॉन कांस्टेंट नहीं है, इसके साथ एक्स भी है, इस मीन इट हैज़ ऑल्सो वेरिएबल, दैट्स वाई इट इज़ नॉट directly proportional to x. How it can be directly proportional? Y is directly proportional to x square, because y by x square is equal to 3. Students, you see y is equal to 3x square. Because we want to find the value of 3, so x square will be divided on both sides, but if we will divide just x, it's not according to our requirement. Fine. So x square will be divided on both sides, x square will be removed from here, and now both variables are divided, the division is equal to constant. Now it can be said that these both are directly proportional to each other because its result is constant. Students, दो वेरिएबल्स एक दूसरे के डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल कब होती हैं? जब उनके इक्वल एक कांस्टेंट आए. I think example is cleared, so next moved ahead. In part 1 exercise number 1b question number 4, We will divide by x square because we have to find the constant on one side, and we have to check that whether these both variables are directly proportional to each other or not. So we will divide x square on both sides. Both will be cut to each other, and what is left here, y square, y by x square is equal to 4. It means division of two variables is equal to constant. That is constant because it's a lone value and it's a number. That is constant. Two variables are divided. So it means we can say that where 4 is constant. We can say that yes, these both variables are directly proportional to each other, because they are asking in question which two variables are directly proportional to each other. So we will say that y and x square are directly proportional to each other. Okay, y and x square are directly proportional to each other. It's clear now because it's equal to constant. Students, all parts of question number 4 are of the same method. One I have solved for you, the other is I'm going to solve. Students, it's question number 4 part 2 now. Means B part, y is equal to 3 square root x. Never call under root, that's wrong. Always call it square root 3, square root x. Y is equal to 3 square root x. So we have to check that which two variables are directly proportional to each other. Here just two variables are y and x square root x. So you will divide on both sides by square root x, and we can get that 3 is on one side, that is constant. If you know, I have already told you the condition of directly proportional. So if two variables are divided to each other and is equal to constant, then we can say that these both variables are directly proportional. In this way we can solve this question. Part C as it is, means we have to check here which two variables are directly proportional. You will divide by x cube on both sides. It will be cut on the this side, and 5 will be remain this constant, this alone. Y square by x cube, both will be divided and equal to 5, that will be constant. In this way we can say that both are directly proportional to each other because variables are divided and result is constant. Let's move ahead. I'll solve D part for you. B and C part you will solve. Is easy math. With easy method you can solve these two. As it's given, p cube is equal to q square. Don't worry that here is no variable. Sorry, here is no any coefficient with variable. It's just variable. If no any coefficient is there, consider that there is 1. Okay, just consider that there is 1. It means we have to divide by q square on both sides. We have divided. So q square will be divided on both sides. Here it will be cut, and what is left? 1 is left. And here p cube by q square is equal to 1. Which means two variables are divided and result is constant. In this way we can say that these both variables are directly proportional to each other. Means p cube and q square are directly proportional to each other. Okay, students, question number 4 all I have solved. Means part A and D I have solved, and B and C I have cleared you. You will solve it on your register, practice it. Now move ahead towards question number 5. Okay students, exercise number 1B, question number 5 now. If z square is directly proportional to x cube and z is equal to 8 when x is equal to 4, find the value of z when x is equal to 9. Means first of all as you know, we know that z square is directly proportional to x cube, we will write that z square is directly proportional to x cube. But we don't need the signs, we have to remove the sign by inserting k. Z square is equal to k x cube. Fine. So we have to find the value of k first by placing the values of z and x which are given. Z and x are given both. By placing the values, we will place these values in general equation as this is general equation. What is z value? Is given 8. 8 square as z square. K will remain as it is because k is constant here, and x is 4. It's 4 cube. Here k is constant. Where k is constant and other values we have placed, we will multiply 2 times 8. 8 times is 64, that is k, and 4 3 times means 4 cube is equal to also 64, but we need k value, so 64 is multiplied with k on the other side. It will be divided because we need k, so 64 will be divided on the other side. 64 by 64, or the second method on both sides, 6 divided by 64, we get only just k is equal to 1. K is equal to 1 we got. Our general equation is z square is equal to kx cube. K value we have. Now we will place k value and the given x value, and we can find the z value which is required to find. As k is 1, z square as it is because we have to find z value. K is 1 placed, x is 9, it's 9 cube. 9 cube is 9 is multiplied with 3 times. Now it will be 729 after multiplying 9 by 3 times. 729, that is 729. But we have to find z. Here is z square, so by taking square root on both sides, it will be cut with square root, so z is plus minus 29 we got. This is the z value after taking square root. This is the solution of question number 5 of exercise number 1b. Now move ahead towards question number 6. Students, solve this question on your register and practice it frequently.